Japan's empire did not begin with a quest for glory. It began with fear of becoming someone else's colony. Within a few decades, that fear drove Japan to build one of the largest empires in Asia, stretching from Korea to Southeast Asia, before it collapsed completely in 1945. In the mid-19th century, Japan faced a crisis. Western powers forced the country to open its ports to international trade, exposing how vulnerable Japan was in a world dominated by industrialized imperial states. The leaders of the Meiji Restoration concluded that survival required rapid modernization. Japan would industrialize, build a modern military, and transform itself into a great power capable of standing alongside the Western empires. But modernization alone did not seem enough. Japanese leaders increasingly believed that empire itself, control over territory, resources, and strategic positions, was necessary to protect the nation from foreign domination. Japan's first major colonial acquisition came after its victory in the First Sino-Japanese War, 1894-1895, which brought Taiwan under Japanese rule. Expansion continued as Japan competed with other imperial powers for influence in East Asia, particularly the Russian Empire. Japan's victory in the Russo-Japanese War, 1904-1905, shocked the world and confirmed Japan's arrival as a major power. In the years that followed, Japan expanded its control on the Asian mainland. Korea was formally annexed in 1910, and Japan gradually established dominance over Manchuria, gaining both strategic territory and access to vital resources. Japanese imperial rule combined military occupation, colonial administration, and economic integration. Colonies were reorganized to serve Japan's industrial economy, supplying raw materials, labor, and agricultural goods. By the 1930s, Japanese leaders promoted an even broader vision, a regional system in which Asian territories would be organized under Japanese leadership. This idea was framed as the Greater East Asia Co-Prosperity Sphere, which claimed to free Asia from Western imperial control while creating a self-sufficient economic bloc centered on Japan. In practice, Japanese expansion required military conquest across East and Southeast Asia. As Japan pushed further into China and later into European colonial territories in the Pacific and Southeast Asia, tensions with Western powers escalated rapidly. These conflicts ultimately merged into the wider struggle of World War II. Japan's empire reached its greatest territorial extent during the early years of the war, but the tide soon turned. By 1945, Allied forces had defeated Japan, and the empire collapsed almost overnight. All overseas territories were lost, ending Japan's imperial project. Japan's empire existed for only a few decades, but its impact on Asia was profound. The wars of expansion reshaped regional politics, triggered massive human suffering, and transformed the balance of power in the Pacific. The empire's collapse in 1945 also marked a turning point in global history. It helped bring an end to imperial domination across much of Asia and opened the way for the emergence of new independent states, while leaving political and historical debates that continue to shape the region today.